No, give me like a blah, 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 like right in the middle of a song, dog. You start a song with that, just give me that blah, 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 blah. Give me that sound right there. I know that's a good song.
Yeah, motherfucker, you got the podcast. Now meet your host, Pencil and Cellar, and I'm Lil Krampus. This the Juggalo Rewind, Season 8, motherfucker. Recognize.
Episode 8.
Who? Don't nobody. Don't nobody.
Welcome everyone to episode 8, season 8, Juggalo Rewind podcast. My name is Pencil, aka Peter. I'm here with Chris. They call him Cell Block.
They don't call me so well. They do call Chris Cell Block.
They call him Cellar. Oh, fucking! I wasn't paying attention. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is episode 8. Who?
It's a biggie on the Dumpin album, I think, right?
I think
Everyone
so.
loves this song.
Do they? Well, I guess we'll find out. But
Yeah.
Before we get into that, we have to remind everyone that we are the Juggalo Rewind podcast, your favorite Juggalo podcast. And if we're not, I don't know who is.
I'll still listen, so that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I'm kind of upset about that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Here we deep dive into Juggalo albums one track at a time. It doesn't matter if you're a longtime fan, a new fan, or not a fan at all. If you're a spouse, a parent, or
Coworker. You think any coworkers trying to understand their weirdo people they work with?
I'll bring that question up in a second in a story I'm about to ask you about. So yeah, no matter who you are, there's going to be something here for you.
You are.
Who on the table? You are. If you don't know our gimmick, we are just here to both educate and entertain and, what do you always say, capture the culture.
That's right. Preserve the Juggalo culture for years to come, for decades to come, for generations to come, or until the billionaires leave us on this rotting planet and live on Mars.
Which could be in the next couple days. Could be by the time you hear this.
Hopefully we'll be done with Dumpin. We'll see if we'll make it to season 9.
And we're just here to talk to you, not at you, but talk with you, like a conversation with you and your friends in the backseat of a car, riding somewhere.
Riding dirty.
And that's where I bring this up, that we are just along for the ride with you. Did you want to, I don't even know if it's a good enough story, tell them the story of Steve and Rex listening?
Oh, yeah, friends.
Because I think that ties into what our goal is.
Yeah,
here.
friends of ours that listen along, and we know we're doing a good job. At least we think we're doing a good job this season. Because I know
that's funny. That popped to me alone.
I know we've lost the attention a few times in seasons when it came to our friends, but they were coming back from a work trip from Arizona. And our friend Rex said, he goes, I'm sitting there listening along and I'm giggling, and buddy Analog, you might know him as, next to him goes, what are you doing over there? You listening to Rewind, boys? And he's like, yeah, because so am I. They both also said, this was a couple weeks back, they were listening to Slug in Your Noggin, and he goes, man, I never thought about it. Slug in Your Noggin really suck? I didn't think about it. we were discussing, something you don't think about when you're listening to. Usually Dumpin's not chopped up into pieces. You're listening to one go, and he's like, yeah, it doesn't, on its own, it doesn't really stand up, I feel like, but that's what we're here for.
See, we're just along for the ride. You're on a plane, you're driving to and from work, or you're nowadays, pretty soon, Kevin's going to be mowing the lawn. He's going to be listening to us.
Podcast is great, mowing the lawn, listen.
See, I can't concentrate.
I always do it. It's funny because I bought earbuds, and I'm like, when I researched them, I'm like trying to find ones that, best sound for the buck, not paying absorbent thousands of dollars, but decent amount that have good sound quality. But I want to listen to just podcasts on it, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. But yeah, for some reason when I walk or cut the grass, I like the podcast.
Yeah, sometimes I just need to. I don't know. I like music better as my background, but that's what we're here for.
You know what we should have did for this season?
What
we were discussing how this is like a ride along, car ride road trip, and this is the ultimate car album. We should have just recorded this in the car, like that Jerry Seinfeld show where you drive around in the cars. Yeah, we should have just had a dashboard cam.
In the middle of winter, we'd be sitting in your driveway.
Losing control in the snow.
It would have taken the whole episode to drive through your neighborhood sometimes.
Hey, maybe this summer we'll do a little ride along through Southwest. I was just there. Did I tell you that? I didn't tell you that.
You mentioned it in a previous something, but no.
I was went to Eden, Detroit, then we went to the L Club for a show, and the second I entered Detroit, I was like, hold on. Put on West Verner Avenue, New School, and stuff. Wife did not appreciate that. Then when we left the show, I go, I want me to leave Southwest. Southwest song blasting as we're driving out.
Did you go to Dooley's?
No. By that point, I don't know if they're even open.
Was that when you were down at where you said we got rear-ended?
Yeah. There's a cool restaurant over there. So there's two, apparently. One is, it's a chef who was a James Beard Award finalist. So he's got a high-end fancy restaurant, but we went to his secondary one. It's like a Latin street food, but like done a little fancier. But it's cool. You can tell it's like an old garage or something. Maybe the one where I seen the Carnival Cards poster I discussed. They redid it and made it a nice restaurant. But there's like a DJ there playing like kind of techno, kind of dancing music or whatever. But then got like a fire pit, like half in the wall, half outside. But yeah, it was like Cuban type sandwiches, some sort of mussels and shit. It was good. But then right across from there, like towards that intersection or that underpass we got hit.
Yeah.
There's an old bank that I guess they've been remodeling for years. They turned it into a wine bar with like books and shit in there. It was cool. They have like
nice.
The vault in the back you could go in. But yeah, I'm like 20 years ago we got rear-ended in this area, and it was not an area you want to be stranded in.
I was thinking about that when you texted that to me, that like it was funny that the person who hit us at whatever in the commotion of whatever, and then they were like, where'd my phone go? It's like, where's your phone? They're like, yeah, I was like looking at my phone when I hit you. We were like, oh
yeah.
It went flying out of your hand because you were not paying attention.
Pre like smartphone too, like, or maybe early smartphone.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what year that was.
I was at Wayne Stakes. We were going to get the Made in Detroit Wayne State shirt. I remember we drove down there for. I don't know if we went to something else or just.
That's the one we did.
Back in the day when you had nothing but time to just drive around and do dumb shit. Yeah.
Was Jacob with us?
Yeah.
So random.
Yeah. I think that might have been like the era we were watching like every WrestleMania and ranking them. We just broke up the Mania watching by running down there.
I feel shitty because I fucking got in an accident. Why was I driving your car?
Because I got out and I ran into the store. And then you like jumped in case like
really
like because we weren't parked. Yeah, in case you had to move the car. And then I jumped in because it was raining, and you just kept driving.
That's weird. I wouldn't have. Why would we do that?
Usually, you're driving my vehicle if I can't get behind the wheel, but I was totally sober for that.
Like after every old wrestling,
every Blind Pig show.
Yes.
Dime shared the Dime shirt the other day that I was rocking. I'm like, come on, let's do a show. St. Patrick's Day.
Did you see that Pony Boy follows us now?
No, that's awesome.
Had to be just because of that.
Yeah.
So
it's the only follow we got out of that is Pony Boy. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there were a couple, but from that one, yeah, probably.
That's funny.
Who is now a realtor.
Oh, yeah? Good for Pony Boy.
I'm pretty sure.
Pony Down real estate?
Anywho.
Yeah. Anywho. Who?
Speaking of all of our nonsense at the beginning of an episode,
yeah.
I started to say this before. Friend of the pod, Mike, said he listened. So I interrupted him. He goes, I listened to like the first 3, and I'm like, seconds? And there's no, like, I tried to listen to like the first 3 episodes, but like, it's just, all you were talking about is like what you were doing. Like, he said, quote, if I wanted to know what movies you were watching, I would text you and ask you. And I'm like, all right. But that's him. His attention span is 0. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that he even tried.
Yeah.
But I also said, if you look on YouTube while you're taking a shit, Mike, or if you look in the show notes, we break it down on where things happen.
Right.
So if you don't like this banter,
if you hate us personally,
fast forward, which some people may. That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we tell everyone, this isn't a historical dry, we're reading a script. Like we're in the the drive time sports talk Howard Stern thought process of I'm trying to think of podcasts I listen to. I want to care about the person who's listening. Like that interests me on who they are, not just
the type of person who's spending this much stupid time on Juggalo shit.
And I think that also lends to I don't want to say this is the wrong word, but the credibility. If it's just, if you just had people talking about this stuff, I think a lot of juggalos, quote unquote, would gatekeep it and be like, what do you know? Why are you telling us? We're not saying we're better or worse. We're trying to expand on the fact that we are just normal ass people, just like everyone else.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know. I feel like we have some fun stories from the eras. Yeah. Not saying we're better because we grew up with it. Just we were around, so we have some funny interactions and stories that lend to what we're talking about. I feel like,
and maybe we talk about what we're watching now. Maybe it has no relevance. But
yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a good spooky movie review?
Who doesn't want to hear that I finally finished The Sopranos?
Oh yeah, for the fourth time, fifth time?
I think it's only I'd say the third time.
Fully through it.
Yeah.
You know what I just started? Here we go. What we're watching. Just started Columbo from the very beginning.
Oh my god!
So I've watched it, years on and off, just random. I'm I'm gonna watch all of them. It's so good.
That's funny. Show. Is that? I feel like I see that. Is that on?
It's on Peacock.
I think I see the ad for it all the time.
Here's a fun game. How old was Peter Falk in the first episode of Columbo?
Probably 34.
He was 41.
Oh.
He doesn't look that old. When you look at him, he doesn't look that old, but I don't know. His character just lends to be
seems old. Yeah.
And then he does them till he started making that in 68, I think it was, and the last one he did was 03. So he was that character forever.
I think now I'm going to tie it back to myself. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get there when you get there. But the last episode, I think Steve Sciarippa was in. Bobby Bacala. Yeah? I think so. I think he said that he's in the last episode, which I'm like, how does that add up? But he didn't do it straight through, right?
No, and even the seasons weren't a weekly television show. It was a special. It'd be NBC's special. It's almost like a movie because every episode's an hour, 15, hour and a half.
Gilligan's Island had the random we're the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, each season's 5 to 8 episodes, so they're spread out throughout the year of whenever they decided, almost like Saturday Night's Main Event, put in a different spot.
Boy, those came out one after the other, and we haven't had one since.
Yeah, that was fun. That last one.
They were fun, but I mean, it's just funny that they did one a month for 2 months, and now they haven't done one. I don't know when the next one is.
I thought they announced one, but
those are good. I like those.
Bobby Baklava. See the clip of Tracy Morgan puking at the Knicks game, and he was doing the face oh.
Oh, he was there. I didn't. I didn't see that. I just saw the pictures of
someone was hope Tracy Morgan's doing all right, or whatever. But the best part about this is seeing Bobby Baklava doing the Manon face because he's looking down at him
That's great. I can't recommend that podcast enough. I finished that.
Yeah, I gotta jump back into that.
And right after I finished Sopranos, so this is gonna be Sopranos talk. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm going backwards. I have a whole new, I don't want to say a whole new theory or love of it, but the ending, if you haven't watched The Sopranos, you're fucking 25 years late. Ending was totally fine.
Yeah.
Everyone bitches about it, but it's fine. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I knew it happened because it was such a pop culture thing, people complaining about it, but when I watched the thing for the first time all the way through, I was I like the ending. It gives you but I feel when it happened at the time, it was so different from everything else, so it made people angry.
Yeah.
Now if that for the first time happened right now, people would be oh, it's just how it ends. Yeah. For the time, I guess it was so unique to do that, but I'm I thought it was kind of cool like that.
And the last episode is so weird because everyone's gone.
Yeah.
It's just, you think, what could possibly happen?
Right.
How did you fill that time? But a lot happens in those last couple episodes.
So many big deaths those last couple seasons.
Yeah. And then right after I finished, I went right into, I watched the movie again. The Many Saints of Newark.
Good.
See, on another rewatch, that's my third watch of that. 2.5 because I missed the first time.
Missed it the first time.
I was so mad. But it was fine.
It was fun.
It caters a lot. A lot of coughing today.
Yeah. The allergies.
Not getting edited in the last time that
No.
we just did. That's all raw. We have to talk about when I'm going to post that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother thing. Much unlike the Transformers, where we said how that nicely weaved in, like, yeah, it was straight up like, oh, that's Uncle Junior, like, using his catchphrase.
Get hit
or
with the
that's-
microphone again.
Yeah, like, all that stuff is, like, in your face. Like, oh, that's that person. But overall, I didn't hate it. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, I know. Kind of. Oh, you know what you got to watch is the documentary. David Chase's.
So that's next on my list.
That was really good.
I wanted to watch this and then listen to the podcast about it, and then I'll watch that 2-part.
Yeah, that was
David
good.
Chase. So,
Add that to your list.
and then I need a new show to watch. So, listeners out there, I just finished season 1 of The Bear. So that fucking is draining.
Season 1 and 2 is awesome. I'm on, I think it was only 3. Yeah, I'm on the 3rd one. It's all right. The first 2 are so good that, like, 3rd one you're like waiting for it to like pick up the pace, and you're just like, oh, this is it. Like, that's all right now.
Well, if anyone out there wants to watch a show, new or old or well known, or just one of those, you know, when you just flip on Netflix or whatever, it's like new show, and you go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Looks terrible. If someone wants to watch one of those, let me know, and we can watch it together, discuss it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
open.
switch to a TV show watching club.
I just, hey, if someone out there wants something, wants a friend,
I'm only 3 episodes in a Columbo if you want to join the train.
there you go. There's someone who may want to do that with you.
So one more thing about that. He loves chili, which is like a little detail that cracks me up.
That's good.
You want another cup of chili? Anyways, go along.
All right. So that's us in a nutshell.
Yes.
And then, yeah, get back to tie this in a bow real quick. But if you're new, go back, listen to all the old seasons. If you're not new, then you know what we're doing. You know what we're here for. We are here for Psychopathic Rydas Dumpin.
Dumpin.
The inaugural.
Inaugural.
It was the inaugural CD.
They even had a slogan that I just posted that a couple days ago, and as we're recording this, so it's fresh in my mind.
So that's what we're talking about right now. We're going track by track for the album Dumpin', which came out in the fall of 1999, as we've talked about in episode 0. If you're jumping in right now, I don't know why.
Well, this would be the track, though. If you just want to sample songs throughout the seasons, I would imagine Dumpin'. Who would be like the Rydas one that might draw people in? I don't know. One off.
Maybe you flipped the cassette tape, and this was the first one that was on the side too.
Yeah.
As we talked about last episode, last week. So as I said, this came out in the fall of 99, and when we talk about the fall of 99, we like to rewind backwards into the year
All the way back,
1999,
1999.
into the 90s rewind.
Yes.
And this week, Chris is going to handle this because I forgot. So he's going to pick up the pace, and this could be very quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be hilarious, but what are we talking about as we travel back to the year 1999?
Well, as I last minute put this together, I thought, let's see who came into the world in the fall of 1999. So, as we're listening to this, I'm in high school. You're just out of high school, right?
I'm a grown-ass man.
You're in college, right, Dana?
In 99, I am a sophomore, junior in college.
Yeah. So, as we're becoming members of society, these people are just arriving, and I don't know who any of these people are.
That's going to be the fun of it.
Fall of 99. There's one I know. Singer, songwriter Gracie Abrams. She has a lot of great songs. She was
Never heard
born
of her.
in September of 99, September 7th to be exact.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. How about Lexi Hall, a basketball player? You know her? Plays for the Indiana Fever. She was born September 13th, 1999.
So is she a teammate of Caitlin Clark?
Is she on the, what did I say? Indiana Flame?
I think
Fever?
so. I think so.
How about
Happy birthday. Whatever. What was her name?
Lexi Hall?
Lexi Hall. Happy birthday.
How about Jaron Jackson Jr.?
Michigan State basketball player.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah.
He's real good. He's played for the Grizzlies now.
Yeah.
He was real good. I think he only played 2 years at State.
Okay.
He's one of those that who was the guy? There was a guy who came in right before him who was like they thought was gonna be the fucking man.
Yeah.
And he sucked.
I do remember that.
And then Jaren Jackson came behind him, and it's like a very similar name. And it's like, oh, is this gonna be another one? But like,
I do remember that now that you say it.
big, tall, lanky, like offense came eventually, but yeah, he's like he may have won Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA.
I'm so out of I started watching the Pistons a little bit. First game I tuned into, they're playing.
Did you hurt yourself jumping on the bandwagon, or is it? I got Bailey Sports now. I stole
Randy gave me his FanDuel login.
I knew where that was going.
The first one I watched, though, they were playing. Who was it? Was atrocious just recently, and they lost though.
I think I did see that. Was that wasn't the Warriors game, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Golden State. Because Jordan Poole's on Golden State. I'm texting my buddies. I'm like, is he like the star of the team? Like, star's a loose word, but yeah, he's like one of their better players.
No, Jordan Poole's on the Wizards.
Wizards, yeah. But I was like, yeah,
he was on Golden State, but then Draymond fucking choked him out, and then they traded him to.
Yeah.
He is I think he's the best player.
There's him and one other guy, but they're like not great.
Yeah. They thought he was going to be the man, but he was. Not so much.
Hey, he has one of the greatest moments in March Madness in U of M basketball history. Ooh, how about a couple of rappers? Do you know of...
Oh, fuck, how many little and, like, that's all this is going to be.
October 20th, 1999, NBA Youngboy was born.
I did look this up a couple weeks ago.
He signed with Atlantic Records. He's probably pretty big. 8 independent mixtape and got a regional following before he got signed. So, shout out to NBA Youngboy was born. There's another rapper that I do not know, but you know these are the popular artists nowadays. Pooh Shiesty, American rapper from Memphis, Tennessee, signed to Gucci Mane's record label.
Happy birthday, Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah. How about Michael Cimino? He's on the television series Love, Victor, and Annabelle Comes Home. So he was born on November 10th. Shout out to him.
Going back, happy birthday. Going backwards, the guy that Jaren Jackson replaced was Deontay Davis.
Oh yeah, Deontay Davis. Yeah,
he was a one and done. Went to the draft, and was he the one that got picked 31st because he was like sitting in the green room and he was the last one?
Yeah,
and he went to the. He sucked. He's one of those that should not have like declared, but yeah, anyone who cares about.
Michigan State basketball.
Yeah, that's the era where I had to pay attention to Michigan State basketball. Now I guess they're like the best team, and
they actually look awesome right now.
Well, they're doing good because now I'm not.
You're not there to curse them.
I'm not banished to the basement during their games.
Oh, how about this?
Famous skip over all that. That's okay. Chris is trying to plow ahead, but
I switched to famous deaths in the fall of '99.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. This is the big one. American professional wrestler and announcer Gorilla Monsoon passed away on October 6th. Oh, that's a big one.
That is a big one.
October 12th, Wilt Chamberlain passed away. Another big name.
Rest in peace, Wilt Chamberlain.
It's sad that we know the deaths more than the births. American Sight. No, I don't know who that is.
All right, good talk.
Yeah. Let's check November real quick. Oh, another big one. Walter Payton passed away.
Sweetness.
November 1st.
I don't know if I would have known that he was of 99.
Yeah.
So he could have been at one of the 3 Hollowicked shows.
He could have been at one of the 3 Hollowicked.
At least he was around for that.
He took a two-liter to the head and never came back.
At least he heard that he heard the Sleepwalker sing all, and then.
Well, you know who else might have heard it? Gene Rayburn, American television show personality. He used to host the Match Game.
Oh, yeah. A little microphone.
Yeah.
The RJ City microphone.
And Grover Washington Jr., American saxophone player, passed away on October 17th.
Oh, that's sad.
Curtis Mayfield. Wow. I didn't realize he died in 99. December 26th. So there's some of the comings and goings in the year of 99.
Into some I don't know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a phrase about life and death and birth and...
Circle of Life. This is circle of life. Oh,
Sure.
John.
Oh, yeah.
Lion King.
Is that how that goes? I noted, is that last week or the week before, that you did a lot of singing.
I didn't realize it.
Way more than usual.
I'm not even drinking on this season.
Yeah, I think it was last week was like...
Ghetto
was
fantasies.
In the midst of death, we are in life. Or is it the other way around?
That sounds like a Dark Lotus. Like
The Pulling Walnuts.
I was just laughing at him. The clip about purgatory around St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
He's like, "You were in purgatory, my friend." And he's like, "How long do you think you'll be there?" He's like, "I do my calculations."
Yeah.
He was like 40,000 years or
Yeah,
something.
if it was for like every like venial sin is like 200 years. Also, to finish this quote is
Sorry,
either version, you're halfway up the ass.
it's a good one.
So, but yes, that's a yeah, that was a good one where he was talking about. I feel like we talked about that before.
Yeah, we
Him in
were
purgatory.
leading into St. Patrick's Day.
I mean, like way like years before. I think
I'm
we
sure
talked about that.
sure we always do.
So, all right. Well, that's what happened. I was about to say the comings and goings. That's terrible.
That's what I said.
The people who were born into this world and the people who were taken too soon.
Some heavy hitters leaving. Gorilla Monsoon, Curtis Mayfield, Walter Payton, like some icons. I mean, maybe little NBA young boy will be an icon when it's all said and done.
Maybe there were some icons that you skipped over because you didn't know them.
That's true. I was trying to do it fast on the fly here.
But maybe in someone else's world, you know?
Yeah. But Curtis Mayfield, that's an all-timer.
Gorilla Monsoon isn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Now we need a Gorilla Monsoon.
I don't have his figure.
You don't have...
They're repopping it. I gotta get it.
So, do you care about his figure or no?
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone just selling a loose Monsoon and Heenan, and I almost bought them just to always have on the table, but I totally forgot about it till just now.
I think it's the only Heenan I have. The Mania 3 Heenan.
You know, the ones that...
And the... What's it called?
Weasel suit.
Weasel suit, but...
You know, these were straight up like with the headphones
Yeah.
and everything, so... I'll look back. I'll see if I can find those.
Yeah, because the Monsoon was super expensive. It was a Walmart exclusive, and then could never find it.
Wearing like the red, like this paisley red.
So then they're like redoing that. I think one's a Build-A-Figure, but then there's another for, I don't know. Figures are so hard to keep up with anymore.
I know. I'm going to have to remember to look that up because I didn't save it. Let me screenshot that, keep that in my...
Wonder why you had that screenshot?
I will. But that'll remind me that it's where I want to look, and I'll see if I can find that. And I'll let you know if you want them, or we'll keep them as our, people.
Characters? That's a good idea.
Are you Monsoon or Heenan?
Oh, I'm Heenan, for sure. 100%. Well, let's ask them at home.
Them.
Them. The Juggalo family in general.
Whoop. All right, so we've wasted enough time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're dead. Are you ready to dive in? Because we have lots of stuff here. So
Let's go.
We are getting into the tail of the tape, which for these are fairly short, but still very important.
Yeah, always.
Track number 8, we are talking the 8th episode, the 8th track, Who, ? Full word.
Psychopathic Rydas. What?
No.
You forgot what season we're on?
No, I'm done. Time on this track, what?
Just happened too, 316 days, right?
I haven't had one of these in a while. I feel like
What?
there's one season where there's a couple that were 316. What? I said 3 minutes and 16 seconds long. The
No disrespect to the Psychopathic Riders. I know they worked their ass off.
those guys and gals tried their best. Those were great. I used to love those. Time, as we said, 316, 8th track. This track is not only the 8th track on Dumpin, but it can also be found on Psychopathics from Outer Space.
Yeah.
So,
Little sampler compilation
came
the same
out
exact time.
Yeah, right about the same time. And then we'll leave that other note for later because that's important. And then, as we know, all of the Rydas songs have been delicately taken from another track. And Chris is going to tell us all about the track that the beat for Who has been stolen.
So this one, this is the second time we've had a Cypress Hill track, right?
I believe so.
So Cypress Hill coming in a few times here.
That's not going to end, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it shows up again. So this one is
same song.
Oh,
different remix, I think.
So this one is Illusions by Cypress Hill, but not the standard one that you'll find on the album. This one is the remix by QTip of A Tribe Called Quest. Who would have thought we'd be listening? I never knew this until we dug in today, that we have a QTip produced Juggalo track. It's amazing. So, little note from a few weeks ago, Boy Kelly was listening and he let us know that the Throw Your Hands Up remix, or Throw Your Set Up remix by Cypress Hill is actually the more popular version. Did not know that.
Not according to The Simpsons.
Well, maybe they did that and I had it backwards, but
it's also possible.
I don't know if the Illusions Q-Tip remix is more popular, but this is a pretty popular track because Cypress Hill just released a live single of it for an upcoming live album they got coming out. So it's a good beat.
It is. It's very, like we've said this for the past week or two, it's very what's the word? Not underwhelming, but it's like, it's low key.
It's not taking over the track,
yeah. So it's good. It's still a good beat. It's not slow by any means. There's just not a lot to it, which is nice and subtle. Is the word I'm looking for. Like a nice. You just have a little taste. It's just a nice little hint of something.
Well, it's Q-Tip, so it's going to be amazing regardless. So
speaking of subtle,
closest you're going to get to a J Dilla ICP track.
Maybe there's going to be one out there. What if they dig one up?
That's true. I don't know the later Ryder tracks.
Oh, I just meant in general. Maybe they worked with them.
They worked with Jack White. You never know. They could have one in the vault that we don't know about.
Could you imagine? Anywho.
Yes.
So anything that's it?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm done. Usually there's like a whole 20 minutes about the song. You're just like, fuck it. It's Cypress Hill.
No, I mean, like I said, it's a popular track, Illusions. I don't know it that well, though. And I did not know it was Q-Tip until he jumped in here. So I thought that was just kind of fun to see him.
Do you know the original?
Yeah, I listened to him before this. The original's a lot slower. Did I know it before we went in?
No. I was not clear.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm working on my communication. Because God knows I almost ripped someone an asshole at work today because they were not communicating with me properly. Did you know the song Illusions, not the remix? Like, do you know that track?
No. I mean, I'm not... I guess I'm not as up on Cypress Hill as some of the other artists we have on here.
Okay.
Though, after listening to these, I went back and listened to that Cypress Hill Black Milk album that came out a couple years ago. That's a fun one.
I've never heard that.
I think it's called Black Sunday or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Bloody Sunday?
Cool to see Black Milk producing a whole Cypress Hill album.
Is that new?
A couple of years ago.
New.
2022.
Are the Cypress Hill songs new or is it like remixes?
He just produced a whole album with them.
I can't believe they're still making new music.
You got B-Rob and got Black Milk on the drums, crazy. Like hearing him shout them out on it, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've never super into Cypress Hill. I've seen him live, but I've not super into him.
Back in this era, I had the Live at the Fillmore or whatever Cypress Hill CD, and I just listened to that all the time, and I'm sure Illusions is on there, but I can't remember. I didn't listen to that in the past 15 years after it, so it's kind of lost to my brain. But someone in the Psychopathic camp is a big fan because we have him twice and maybe 3 times here.
Definitely 3 times.
Yeah.
Someone got the Maxi single that's got a lot of remixes when we get to the end of this season. So, okay. So that was the tail of the tape. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, the blood and guts, the inner workings of the song Who.
That's right. So
what do we call this? I forgot
for Mike and for the guy who was sleeping. Wake up and listen.
Wake up, everybody.
And the guy from out west who called and recommended the timestamps. Here you go. Now is the song.
Boom. Now we're getting into the What do we find now? Why am I blanking? What
Lyrical
do we call
deep
this?
dive.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, fuck. I'm sorry. All right.
Yes.
So we were talking Who.
Who?
Now we must, as I get my notes here with my little clippy clip, we must note that the last song, is that Ghetto Fantasies, bleeds into this song at least 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You can hear the beat, but you also hear the
like that's going.
you also hear the girl.
Yeah.
The Ghetto Fan, like that tapers off. So that's a good 5 seconds at least into this. But excuse me. Waiting for that burp to come up. The beat for Who, very subtle, like the do. Just a couple
like drum machine comes in with a do.
And it's very slow, very, very lean. And it comes in, and we get the intro from Bullet,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Violent J.
Allegedly. We'll see.
We will see. He says, bring it.
Bring it.
And then he proceeds
Bring it on.
he proceeds to shout out many different people.
Yeah.
So we will go through them here. He's Bring It, Cell Block, Twin Gats, ironically, Full Clip, well, because of this song, Fofo, Lil Shank, Bullet. And then he says, we'll go through these. They're all psychopathic employees, I think. Jeremy. That's... Am I incorrect in saying that's Monoxide's brother?
Yeah, I think so. We discussed him in the past, I feel like.
I think so. Is he JD the Weed Man?
I think so.
I think so too. Now I feel bad because I thought that was his brother.
Yeah.
Psychopathic Rydas?
So is he a member of the Riders? Because he names all the Riders, then Jeremy, then Psychopathic Riders. or is everyone getting shout out a Rider, or just those group? Jeremy is also a member of the Riders.
These are all good questions. Is he talking about Jiggles?
No, definitely not Jiggles.
All right. Next up, Nipples.
Nipples.
What do you think he's just... So I know someone that we know thinks he's just saying nipples.
Because he just wants to yell it out?
Yeah.
I assumed it was someone in the crew.
I assume, and maybe this is too early, does he not know Matt Nip's name? Like, is that what he calls him?
That'd be great.
That's what I picture. But
Like-
this could be pre-Matt Nips.
Yeah, was he already, like, part of their crew, like, Twisted's crew at that point?
In 99? I mean, this is... Okay, here's my second suggestion. Did he mean, or does he say, or does he not know, or did we not hear? Is he saying pickles?
Oh, yeah.
But it definitely sounds like he says nipples.
It does sound like nipples. But Pickles makes sense, because he was in the...
He was in
Inner
the
circle
crew then.
Yeah.
I would say pre-Matt Nips, but like it's funny that they're could both be tied into this. Whatever. Tom Dub,
Yeah.
all up in that bitch ass.
All up in that bitch ass.
So Tom Dub, again, I don't know what a lot of these people do. Like they helped.
Yeah.
But like, were they read Tom Dub's book? I guess if you can to
Maybe that'll be season 9.
Oh my
We just cover
God.
Tom Dub's book.
to see what he fucking does. But like, I'd say
He started a record label eventually. So he must be doing a lot.
tour manager, like
Yeah. Probably everything.
yeah, but they
shipping
all
shit and
but they all kind of do everything. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what one does that the other doesn't.
yeah,
So,
it's not like he has a job title. He's just part of the crew.
I'm sure they thought they did, but yeah, I don't know if they did.
Yeah, they did. It was called was it Ninja and
Don't-
what were there?
Stop.
No, Ninja wasn't one.
Don was
Don.
the biggest one, but yeah, Warrior.
Warrior, that's what it was. Warrior and
Idiots.
Don.
They are fucking stupid.
They had ceremonies where you go to.
They don't take that stuff seriously in Jersey. The ceremony, they don't even have the knife on the table. They don't even prick the thumb. You tell them, Phil Leotardo. Fucking pygmies over there in Jersey.
That's right.
They don't take this thing seriously that we have. Anyway, you can tell I just watched that episode. Bubba Dub. Is he just referencing Tom Dub again, or is there...
That's what I was like, is Bubba Dub like a brother of Tom Dub that was saying that? But I don't remember hearing another Dub in the family.
Or is he like he can't be talking about Bubba, like the guy who works at at Hot Hats who drew the comic?
Oh,
That's way after.
I believe he listens. He definitely follows.
He follows.
Yeah.
I doubt he listens.
Well, is it you? Is it you? Who?
Is it you, Mr. Bubba McKenzie?
Let us know if you're listening. If not, I'll not remember to ask you online.
That's fine. Double A, Alex Abbas,
Yes.
their manager. Steph Dirt would be Stefan, who is,
Serious Darius.
yes, thank you.
My favorite of like the crew. Like
Really?
he just doesn't seem to fit in with the rest. He just seems like a guy.
He's just a guy.
And his voice is awesome. Remember when he came to the Something to Wrestle With and bought merch off us and you said that wasn't him?
No, I don't remember that. So it must have not been him.
Some guy came out of the merch booth and go, after he left, I was like, that's fucking Serious Darius. He's like, no, it's not. Get out of here.
That's probably why I don't remember it.
I wonder what that guy's up to.
Serious Darius? Which one of them owns a food truck?
We had this discussion before when I asked about what he's up to.
Did I? Like, I don't know if it's him.
If it is, that's an episode. We go to the food truck and try to get him to come on.
I think, and now we're getting off track, Greasy, the
Yeah.
other, he owns or runs a bar downtown.
Yeah.
And I think he does not like when you bring up.
Bring him.
But
So-
I don't know what club or bar, but I gather he's not a nice man.
Yeah.
But
Well, maybe he'll like us and want
Yeah.
to talk about the old days.
maybe. Yeah, but who owns the food truck? Was it Stefan? It's like a vegan food truck, too.
I could see that. He seemed like he could have turned
Seems
into
like
a
a hippie
vegan.
boy. Jump Steady. Obviously, he's a podcast superstar now.
Yes. Yes.
If you have $12 a month, he's a podcast superstar.
We won't charge you $12 a month.
Not yet. Billy Bill.
Future president of the company. Current badass skull crusher.
Have we talked about this? Is that just lore?
That he's the president of the company.
I mean, that's also
I
possible.
think that is lore, right? Like, he's just there.
I think that's possible. No, that like...
He was a badass.
He goes and he punches everyone's face. And, like, really?
Yeah, well, it sounded like he was like Ming, which I don't
Yes.
think he was that, but he probably beat up some guys for sure.
But they make it seem like... And it's one of those things that I think people still think. But, like, was it really like that?
There's no way now. Like, I feel like now he just seems like an old man. Probably like got some bum ass knees.
You tell him that.
No, I
But
love
with
you,
your
Billy.
fucking ass.
No, if babe, Billy, whatever you need me to come into the gathering and help you, I'm there. Sorry, I didn't mean to disparage your name. Your knees are great. They're fine. You were Ming. You ripped a tongue out of someone's mouth.
They're going to do a Dark Side of the Ring about you in season 8.
Dark side of psychopathic.
That's,
Billy Bill ripping people's tongues out.
next up, Tom K. I don't know who that is.
No.
I think we will find that out soon, and that could be I'm sure someone will tell us, but I'm sure that'll come up in the
Fixes? Someone will know?
at the last episode. Mikey Clark, obviously producer extraordinaire.
And probably lends us discussing that he was maybe helping put this together. He's probably fresh on Jay's mind
Someone had
in the
to.
studio.
Jason, I think just another hanger on.
I feel like that name was brought up a few times in that
So do
era.
I, definitely. It does again soon.
Yeah.
Dougie is worked for Psychopathic and is Billy's brother.
Oh, Billy.
Psychopathic. So
Yeah, so that's like the whole staff at that point, basically.
without thinking or
Patrick, was he around at that point?
probably close.
Yeah. Maybe he was just an intern. He was a Foot Clan soldier, not a full warrior.
Or I don't know, like who was doing the website at that point. Like that was a cycle of nonsense.
I always thought it was just Jay under different pseudonyms.
Like you really think he was able to do that? No, it wasn't, because they had the real guy doing it. Then
Yeah.
they had Netmaster Gordon. Then they had Jelly Nuts the Clown, if that was a real person. They had
I thought Netmaster was like the actual guy. He just gave him his shit. But like all the characters that were doing updates.
Was that the guy that we knew, that Tom and Rex knew? What was his gimmick name? I know his real name, but I don't remember his gimmick name. If he was Webmaster Gordon.
Spider was Twisted's
like
Internet
security
guy.
guard. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but he was like their security guard.
Oh, is that what he like mainly was?
Remember Squeaky? We've talked about him.
Yeah.
Like this is past his era.
Is it?
Yeah, oh,
Squeaky.
yeah. Fuck, what was Rex? If you're listening to this, what was Greg's gimmick name?
Whoa, giving his government name now.
Well, I didn't give his wife's government name.
Pal.
Do I need to take that out?
No, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know these people.
Now I feel like, what if he listens?
That's your problem, not mine. I didn't say anything about you or Billy Bill.
Yeah, I guess I'll edit that. I'll make a note in the video for you to take that out.
Cut that out.
Or I'll bleep it in the what I send to you. Anyways,
Yes.
chorus right away. Interesting. You usually
Jumping in the chorus?
you usually don't start with the chorus. Very sing-songy, and these are always interesting because this happens next week too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's doing this? Like, it's just a group of people. Is it them or is it all the fucking stragglers? Like, in
I
the
feel like I
studio?
hear Shaggy's voice, like doing his deep. Who got more? I don't know. I feel like I hear him in there more than anyone.
Could be. Who got more hoes than us?
And then you have almost the Willie B. Rag style. Don't nobody.
That's the question. Who does that part?
I think it's Jay just sped up.
Who rocks more shows than us?
Yeah.
Don't know, buddy. Who's got more bank than us? I guess I have to do all the fucking heavy lifting. Don't know, buddy.
I forgot you were trying to tee me up. That was
I
the
thought you
gimmick.
were going to say it all 3 times, and you did not. You just stared at me.
I was trying to think of something. I don't know.
No. Who's down with hoods and in black trucks or in black trucks?
I thought I said who is down, like who's down with hoods and black trucks.
Hoods and black trucks or hoods in black? That's my question. And
Hoods and black trucks, yeah.
Still not clear what you're saying, but that's okay. I
Hoods
think you're saying and.
Who owns the Chiefs? The air make me sick like puke. I haven't watched that in forever.
Oh fuck, we're not gonna,
Holmes.
we're not getting very far tonight. All right,
Fucking everybody.
so the idea is that they are being very boisterous, as you like to say. That they're talking about who's got more girls than us, who rocks the shows better than us, who's got more money than us.
Yes.
Nobody. Maybe this is where
Jim Harbaugh got it from. He's a big Rydas fan.
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody. Now I need to edit those together. 100% making that clip.
Yeah, make a note of that, and I'll find the audio of Jack Harbaugh
Jack Harbaugh.
telling the whole story. All right, verse number 1. Fo, a.k.a. Shaggy 2 Dope.
Allegedly.
No, not Shaggy 2 Dope. Monoxide Child. I always get that confused.
They're both guns. It makes sense. No, they're not guns. One's a part of a gun.
Click clack, the thing you put on the inside, like you like to say. Back the fuck up, because you ain't got shit. Representing the street killers with my whole clique. So he comes out hot and heavy. This next line, I don't understand what he says. Where the bitch? Is he saying, where's the bitch? We run hoes for all their loot. And when my money ain't right, yo, believe we down to shoot.
I feel like he said where the bitch at. I thought there's more to it. Where
Is he looking for someone to
to rob?
rob?
Yeah.
We run hoes for all their loot. So he steals money from, it could be guys or girls. So
Yeah.
this is not a
No.
gender-centric.
He's just using the word.
Yes. And when his money ain't right, he's down to shoot. Different day, what? Different bitch. And at least once a month, my whole entourage switch. What's he saying there? Break this down, Mr. Fo. When you say at least once a calendar month, your whole group changes over.
Yeah, that part I didn't get. Like, maybe just because he's always on the run, he's always switching up who he's out in the streets with, robbing. Because every day it's a different bitch that's getting robbed.
Is it because so many soldiers are dying that his crew changes
Shuffling
constantly because everyone's...
Could be that too. One or the other.
Am I wrong to think that with all this bitch and hoe talk that his once a month reference is to like the menstrual cycle? Like, it's just weird that he throws in at least once. Like, I don't know,
That is funny.
there's just more bitch and hoe here than usual.
It is true. There's a lot of it.
But that doesn't make any sense. But that popped up. Anyways,
He sounds cool though as he goes through this, especially the way he jumps in. Back the fuck up because you ain't got shit.
jumps right in. Hands down, motherfuckers. Case closed. Psychopathic
Patrick
Rydas.
Rydas got all the
All the
hoes.
hoes.
Got all the hoes. You don't got all the hoes right now? Bryce Underwood. He got all the hoes.
This verse, while it's fast and hard and
Yeah.
sweet, he's not saying anything.
Yeah, they're just robbing. Just, as I've said in the past, just a little shit-talking verse. He comes in hard on it.
I like this, like, hands down, motherfucker. Case closed. What?
Case
what
closed.
were we talking about? But yeah, it's a good verse. It just doesn't really, like, say anything.
Yeah. The entourage switch is kind of funny because I never even thought about it. You're just kind of singing along and I'm like, what the hell is he even talking about there?
The line there really is the hands down, motherfucker. Like, it
Yeah.
is kind of just how it's sing-songy. And then we go to the chorus again.
Yeah.
So it's a very strange intro, chorus, verse, chorus.
Mhm.
So we got the who got more hoes, who rock more shows. Are you doing any shows right now? It's very ironic that they made this. They are a product of their own.
The hype.
Yeah.
Well, that was the gimmick, right? There, it goes back to that first Christmas party when they said there was going to be some platinum artists. So maybe that was they're just making this gimmick the whole time that there's this huge superstar
Maybe.
rap group.
Speaking of superstars, we got an interlude.
Yes,
Bullet.
everybody that's down. It is.
I was saying that before, and I don't know if you heard me. I was just randomly saying, hey, yo, full clip, bring it to him. I was trying to figure out if this cut into full clip's verse, but I don't think it does.
No, it just like leads right into it.
Because it's pretty much 8 lines. Full clip, aka now we're talking Shaggy 2 Dope.
That's right.
Very strange verse.
I think Shaggy in this whole album is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it's methodical and slow. At least he has like the same every other line.
Right.
It's like an interesting. I don't know, concept isn't the word. Do I hear your dog snoring from
somewhere.
upstairs? Like, how loud is that I can hear that from here? My God. So, yeah, it's interesting how he does it, because when we will say, when someone does this in these episodes and they, like, stop it,
Yeah.
we're like, why'd you start something and then can't finish it?
Yeah.
So at least he goes through his gimmick.
Finishes
so
it off.
I'm okay with that. But it's choppy.
Ooh, who's that? Like I says it though.
Now, this I find that funny. Ooh, who's that? Clip from the Rydas, dumping out bystanders at the cops behind us. Couple things here. We talked about a couple weeks ago where he was talking about Don Cornelius and Clip.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So twice on the CD, he calls himself
just Clip.
I think I always heard like clipped by the Rydas, not that he was calling himself Clip.
Yeah, I always got a clip from the ride.
That's great. Like, now I hear that. Dumping out bystanders at the cops behind us. He's shooting people behind him?
I always hear him as dumping on bystanders and the cops behind us.
Oh.
So he's like, yeah, dumping on all the bystanders and shooting behind me at the cops.
I got that. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, who's that? Is the ooh, who's that him saying, like, as he's walking by, people see him,
Yeah, so
and it's like,
strutting. Everyone's like, ooh, who's that over there?
like Kramer in the Technicolor
I
Dreamcoat?
just Photoshop that one.
Your motherfucking killer. Pull out my 9 and blast you in the grill. Yeah. It's funny that someone says, ooh, who's that? And he's like, I'm the one who's about to kill you.
He does it a lot of times where it's like, if like in Hound Dogs or something, like everyone's excited to see Shaggy and he just gets violent on him.
He's like, hey, spoiler alert, you're about to die.
I'm about to kill you.
Ooh, who's that? The winner of bread.
That's a funny line.
Does bread get a consolation prize for your cheese reference?
Nope. It's got to be full on dairy.
All right. put your face on the curb and kick the back of your head.
A little curb stomp action. This is the second time. Didn't someone else reference that earlier in there?
I think they may have. We may have like jumped over it, but yeah.
The time, I guess. That movie came out.
I was about to say, was that after this?
I feel like it was like fresh in everyone's mind.
So again, to tie back, Tony Soprano fucking did that to someone.
He did.
The guy who was touching Meadow. Oh, he fucking wrecked that guy.
Yeah, it came out in 98.
Interesting. I would have thought that was later. So yeah, curb stomp, not that sweet. Also, curb stomp is the Seth Rollins finishing move, or if you want to go back, Super Dragon's finishing move.
Oh yeah.
He did it where he tied the legs like the surfboard and held the guy's arms.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And then fucking boom. So
that's brutal.
Oh, Super Dragon! I'm scared. 2 people listening know who Super Dragon is, but that's okay. We haven't talked about my wrestling trip to Chicago on here, did we?
No.
Oh my god. Super wrestlers, so fucking funny.
Super wrestlers? That's what it's called?
It's like Chikara.
Yeah.
But it's...
Oh, you text me a little bit saying it's Chikara-like, right?
So it's way more wacky than Chikara, but the wrestling is horrible. It is fucking horrendous.
I don't mind that, though. The wrestling's secondary to me.
For this, if it wasn't so late, don't fucking run a show at 8 o'clock on a Sunday. That's a problem in itself. But it's all gimmicked.
Yeah.
It's all like, there's outer space shit.
Nice.
There's like, you're traveling back and forth. There's a guy who's a MAGA, his USA hole. He was real funny. Bill Cosplay was funny. There's a chef. There was a werewolf. There's Stephen Flo. There's like every super weird,
crazy gimmicks.
Very Chikara. But Chikara also had Claudio and Hero and
can wrestle in those.
Yeah, these guys cannot. These guys suck ass.
Suck ass.
It's almost like if Planet Ant did wrestling.
They just let you wrestle in your gimmick.
Everyone, the production is like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
The videos, the music, everything is above and beyond what anyone else is doing.
That's crazy.
But the wrestling, it's really like if Planet Ant and every musician friend that we have was like, okay, let's do this.
Just do a wrestling promotion.
And let's try to wrestle.
Is that how it started though? Like, do you know? Was it just people who weren't wrestling?
I think the guy who runs it works at that theater, that venue. Yeah. So I think he's a musician. They must have a musician and at least a graphic designer or someone who's really good at like visual, like video.
Right.
Because those are a legit better than GCW, fucking AEW. They're better than all of that.
That's crazy.
But the wrestling is like, it might as well be watching Garrett and Khan wrestle. It might as well be the Oak Tree and your dad wrestling. Like, that's what it is. The guys are jacked. Like, I bet they're legit indie wrestlers. Yeah. But like, I'm sorry, you're better than we are. You're doing your thing. You're making money. You're fine. But like, there's just some things in there that aren't great.
Yeah.
But fucking Danger Mask is the fucking best one. I love Danger Mask. Danger Mask comes out. He's got a mask. He's talking about how his mask is like, he wears it so much he doesn't understand like if it's really him or not. He has this weird fucking hand motion. He's got an outfit that doesn't fit him at all. But his music and his video are so fucking good. There's a cartoon character from like the 80s that's got like the mask. Mm-hmm. And that's all that they show in the videos. And his song is just talking about like, it's so good. It's so cheesy and bad, but
they all have like original songs about themselves. Like, yes, that part's funny. That's
what makes me think that the guy who runs it is a musician. Yeah, because they're all Stephen Flo. Right. That's his own like. Danger Mask has his own like. Yeah, they all have their own like. The guy who's like, fucking Candy Tycoon. So he's like Willy Wonka. Great song.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's stressful that it's 8 o'clock on a Sunday and the wrestling could be better.
Yeah.
But yeah, Danger Mask.
Top notch. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Little hand motion. I don't know why he does that.
The
but
Italian?
Yeah, that's just like. But yeah, he's got a little horn, just a toot. Yeah, I love it. Anyways,
Yes.
that's my digression into Danger Mask. Only one other person listening to this will give a fuck about that, but
I don't even know where we left off. Curb Stomp.
Yeah,
Got
we
to
were
it,
talking
yeah.
about The Sopranos.
Talking about Sopranos, Seth Rollins,
You know, Dark Carnival in general. Ooh, who's that? Hatchet representer fool, hood and a black truck, Ryda till I die. That's who.
I never hear the "that's who" on the end, but like,
I think because Little Shank comes in
Yeah, he,
so
like, goes
quick.
over 'em.
Yeah.
yeah, I
We
always
talk
thought he was,
about that
like,
a
lost
lot
his-
with these that like maybe it's just because he has so much to say and so little time, like yeah, they overlap a little. Hatchet representer. Are the Psychopathic Rydas? Wow.
on the label on the team.
Let's break this down. I know their name is the Psychopathic Rydas. In the kayfabe universe,
Right.
are they on Psychopathic Records?
I mean, technically not, right? They're on Joe and Joey, and they don't have a hatchet. They have an Uzi man, but they are named the Psychopathic Rydas, and they are at the gatherings. Are they wearing the chains when they're out there?
I would assume so, but only because I picture Jay of that era wearing his flannels buttoned all the way up to the top with the
The chain over it.
But are they part of the label?
Yeah, I mean, if
Is he a Hatchet representer?
he's wearing the iced out charm, I would say so.
Interesting.
The charm's on. They're a hatchet representer. Charm's off. He's a Juggalo. He's a fake.
I was just
Poser.
waiting for what you were going to say. I don't know. It seems like they would be, but yeah, how come their records don't come out on?
It's cool that we know why. Jacking them beats, licking them ladies' feet. You gotta keep it
Bitches'
under the
feet.
radar.
Well, it's just interesting. That's
Yeah.
all. Something to think about. Something to hear Jared talk about for 10 minutes on his Instagram
Randomly,
story.
there was a story up discussing it.
I'm waiting for one morning just to roll over and like open my Instagram and be like, "We're the Riders, really? On Psychopathic." And like,
Tagging everyone who's
yeah, fucking, I love that. Just give me a 10-minute video of that while you're driving to work. And it's very infectious. I enjoy it a lot.
That's funny.
It makes me happy. All right, so Little Shank comes in. Like we said, his lyrics are so fast that it's almost more of the beat than the beat. Like it's so.
It's like
on
gunshots coming out of
It is. Oh, fucking, my shoulder still hurts. I tore something.
I tore something.
I don't give a fuck how many caps they peel. Caps, not cats, by the way.
Is that what it said originally?
No, but just to go back, we talked about how people used to think it was cat peeler. I think that's next week's episode. Blaze talks about that too, but I'll save that for next week. Fuck their crew and all they motherfucking homeboys fronting like they're real. So,
Who's he talking about? Which crew?
crews that are
Just in general?
I guess so. I gotta read the lyrics. I got the hollow tip bullets for that Teflon vest. Blow a hole the size of hubcaps dead in your chest. So hollow tip bullets are ones that are notoriously called like cop killers because they go through bulletproof vests.
Great ABK song.
Hollow Point?
Yeah. That's when that came out, and the other track, what was the other one? Gang Related?
Yeah, the 2 or 3 that came out.
It was my number one. I was like, this is the man. This is the best guy on the label right now. Then he was alright for that, but
And then the bell rang.
I don't hate Hatchet
I'm
Warrior.
just kidding. No, that's
But
it. That's
those
easy.
two, I was like, oof.
Yeah, he came out fucking firing. We ain't afraid to make the hammer go cock just to erase a couple whack motherfuckers off the block. Leaving you laying in a pine box with roses from your crew. Pause for a second, check yourself and ask who. Pretty solid fucking verse.
Awesome Also, way to go out on the That's Who, or Ask Who.
Yeah, because full clip ends with that too. I don't think Fofo did. No, he said Psychopathic Rydas got all the hoes.
Yeah. Cock the Hammer. Another, not Cypress Hill reference, because it's just a terminology, but I always think of the Cock the Hammer, the Cypress Hill track for that.
I feel like you were singing that a couple weeks ago too. Yeah, no, that's a very visual, from like the hole the size of hubcaps dead in your chest to like the laying in the pine box. Like, yeah, that's very visual. So
going Fofo, Lil Shank here, sandwiched around full clip, aka Shaggy. Makes me like instantly, man. Twisted.
I'm waiting. I think we're gonna hold off on that.
Twisted is perfect for this type of music. Like they nail it. Like again, Fofo not really saying much. Madrock's kind of painting a picture, but like they don't even need to. They just the way they sound with it, the way they flow over these beats.
Oh well, the next verse is. We'll get to that. So let's just hold off. Chorus. Don't nobody.
Don't nobody.
Verse number 4.
Yes.
Violent J. This is not Bullet. This is Violent J.
This is just Violent J.
This is Violent J cadence. This is Violent J verses. This might as well be off of fucking Jekyll Brothers.
100%. He does say Ryda dogs at the end.
You saw the show, which is funny because we just talked about have you done any shows? Yeah. This is like, I don't know, never mind. I was going to disparage someone, but I won't. I'm going to disparage a lot of people. You saw the show? Say I didn't rock it. I'm a jab a stick in your eye socket.
That's such a J1-2 verse there.
I'm through trying to prove myself all the time. I'm the motherfucking shit. Bottom line. Fuck this trying to impress y'all. I'll wear a half shirt and walk a fat bitch through the mall. Shit. I don't pick and choose my freaks. I can't stop. I just have to keep going. I'll fuck a crackhead with warts on her butt cheeks. There's a weird fucking noise. I never noticed until today.
I don't think I caught
that. Like a weird...
For the wart part.
Random between like the warts on her butt cheeks. In between her butt cheeks. There's a noise. And I'd still be the shit like that. Fucking Yokozuna ain't living this fat. Baby, what?
That might be the everlasting line, though.
This whole thing. Yeah. Ain't nobody bad like us. 25 drunk Ryda dogs in the tour bus. So much to unpack here. I just blew through that one. All of these are everlasting lines.
His whole verse.
I don't know how many times I say, saw the show? Say I didn't rock it. Like, that's there.
Yeah.
The fucking, I'm the motherfucking shit. Bottom line. How he says it.
Yeah.
The wear a half shirt. Every other line is fucking... Can you see Bullet wearing a half shirt in the mall?
Yeah, that's just 100% J right there.
He had this verse chambered and used it for this 100%.
Though, going to like the supposed like reason why they made the Riders was to prove that they like could be real rappers.
If that is, then it's not. But
it was just funny because he said, "I'm through trying to prove myself all the time." Like made me think of it. That whole thing of it, like, well, we're gonna do a real rap record to show up. We're just as talented if we didn't have the spooky shit. But yeah, he hasn't really changed much up on his verse here.
No.
A lot of the goofy, over-the-top J shit in here. I'll fuck a crackhead with warts on her butt.
And then a wrestling reference. This is the first wrestling reference?
On here?
Other than the Lex Luger, which wasn't...
That was a Lex Luger reference.
I know,
but he didn't say him, yeah. Just straight up dropping Yokozuna.
And then, well, just real quick, the outro... Who down with hoods and black trucks?
Fucking everybody. Everyone yells it.
And just the one part of
it just cuts out there.
Yeah. So, very quick. I mean, no lingering. How often can we say that?
Never. And for their probably biggest Riders track, right?
I mean, other than maybe the intro. Dumpin
and Who. Both of these played... No, no, both. This was played for sure on that Psychopathic... what the fuck was that tour called? Or that... Yeah. Not American Psychos. The one from a couple years ago. They did have Fright Fest.
Are you talking fucking Twisted?
Yeah, what was that?
The Certified Psychos?
Certified Psychos. Definitely Who was on there.
Did they?
Yeah. Because I remember they're all the band they're dancing. The bananas are like flying on their hands. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Is that really what they were doing? That's just wait to see how long you were going to go on for.
kind of infectious when you start doing it.
So, 316, short and to the point.
Right.
Because, as we didn't note, but we will now, no cell block, no twin gats.
No.
Straight ICP and Twisted.
First cell block missing track, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Huh? Are there verses? Do you think they did? We probably say this every time. Did they do verses and they just didn't fit? Did they not want those two on a song that were on Psychopathics from Outer Space? Like, oh, no one knows who these guys are yet.
No.
Although you should have known who.
Yeah, Misery already had his mixtape out, or his EP, I mean.
So, interesting. Like, that these two aren't on there, but...
I was going to look up the original. That one's 3 minutes and 50 seconds, 52 seconds, depending on where I'm looking here. So they did cut it. They could have, easily fit them in there. I was like, oh, maybe they just short track. They do. Again, I think they just have whoever's around at the time. Like, I still think it's either Most Tasteless reissue or Jacko Brothers era, and they're just like, oh, we have some extra studio time. Let's just record a song, and this is who's around us at this moment.
If that's what we're going with, why is Misery around at all?
I don't
this isn't 1997.
It's super weird because
he's on, without looking at it, of the 12 songs, he's probably on 9 or 10, right?
Yeah.
They didn't record these in fucking 97.
Maybe they did.
But it's
But then it feels weird that Blaze is there in 97. Like,
it's strange that they just bring Misery in.
Because he was with Twisted when they're making the original Most Tasteless, but he wasn't been. He's like yelling background stuff right on what the fuck and things like that. But I mean, I guess they were.
Oh, you're talking Blaze?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were trying to bring him with them.
He was still around
right off the bat, but just like it's a weird. It's not that long, 2-3 year window here, but it feels so different when you have
fucking. If you're comparing 97 to 2000, like you're thinking pre-Twisted to the Gathering era, is like night and day.
Totally different, yeah.
But it's only 3 years. That's like half the distance from now back to COVID.
Yeah,
it's fucking insane. Us right now to COVID is like Hollowicked 95 to Hollowicked 2000.
Yeah.
That's
huge leaps and changes on that.
So, Twin Gats isn't just like, there's, Misery, you're in it. Yeah, he was back and forth and like he was still around. Like he did the gatherings, but he wasn't like, maybe he was in studio and that just shit never came out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lord in heaven.
I need to double check Beyond the Pay. I made notes of everything in there, but maybe there's a little note about this in there that I missed. Let's go back and look.
I feel like I looked too, but it would have to be a real short note.
Yeah, but even then, like when I made the Google Doc, like anything that I thought, I was like, oh, this page, even if it's like a paragraph, a couple of lines. So you think if there's one writer thing, I would have made a note of it, but
it's like not even there.
Strange.
No, it's Psychopathic.
Strange.
That's who.
That's who.
We got four verses.
Yes.
We got the main boys, and I think it's very good.
Oh yeah, it hits in and out quick, but it's a banger and right up there, right behind Dumpin or ahead of Dumpin, one or the other.
Ironically, ICP's verses are kind of shitty, but
they're just very ICP. But I don't know, you don't even think about it when you're listening through it.
Maybe Twisted's verses are very twisted.
True.
This could have been a Dark Lotus track. This
too upbeat.
This could have been Echo Side.
This could have been on Most Tasteless. Like if the beat was different, it could have been on Most Tasteless. The QTip beat's a little too like hip hoppy sounding for their vibes, but
could have been on Jackal.
You got a little guitar in there.
Little Legs Diamond. Could have been. I like it. It's good. I would say it's top couple for sure.
Yeah, to me, it's this, Dumpin' and Ghetto Fantasies are my three. At least so far.
This may be top 2 for me.
Yeah.
So far. So
we'll see in the next couple of weeks where it goes.
Well, there's a couple that could knock it off, and I don't see where they are, but they could. You never know. Anything else that I'm missing before we start moving? Or?
No, I think we covered it.
All right. Well, if you,
Who?
you at home, either watching or listening, want to comment or talk to us about this song, about Who, you never know. Maybe you love it, maybe you hate it. But you should already be following us on all social medias.
That's right.
And we are at Juggalo RWD. Feel free to interact with us, whether it's by commenting or DMs or just sharing our posts.
Right.
You love it. That's where all of our nonsense is. We haven't talked about it, but currently the merch madness is going on.
Yes, underway.
So you want to check out the social medias there. Again, that's at Juggalo RWD. Any way that you're watching or listening to this right now, we would like you to rate and review. That always helps. And then you also want to subscribe so that we find you. I always fuck that up. We find you every Thursday morning, 6:05 Eastern, for the
Working Jugs.
Working Jugs. And then while you're there, share. We're combining those two, the social medias and the listening and watching.
Right.
If you're listening and watching, share it with someone, whether it's via social media or just word of mouth. We want our little community to grow.
Yes.
Would be nice.
It would be nice.
One new person at a time. You remember how you found us. So now pass that gift along.
That's right.
To the next person. We said where we listen and watch. Just don't forget, YouTube is also out there because some people don't realize that our ugly faces are on YouTube.
Got my hair done for you on YouTube right now.
We all appreciate that. You look like the guy from Mandalorian.
That's what I went for.
I know. That's why I didn't know if that was the show or if it was the other one. So you can contact us, whether it's on all those social medias, or you can leave us a voicemail or a text at 810-666-1570. Very spooky.
Spooky.
We don't hit on that enough.
That's not a spooky season right now. We need to get back into the spooks.
Well, but it's 666. It's all spooky.
I know, but I'm just saying the Rydas.
Not spooky enough.
No, nothing spooky.
All right. Well, leave us a voicemail or text us at that number, or you can email us at juggalorwd@gmail.com. You may hear yourself throughout the year, or maybe we'll save it all up for something at the end of the year.
We shall see.
The website, juggalorewind.com, there was something that I wanted to do for that, and I was like, this is a great idea. I need to write it down, and I don't remember what it was.
I tried to brainstorm that one.
It was something on the top of every section for every song. What was it? I'm like, this is fucking great. I have so many great ideas right now, but like, I've had a lot of recently, like more so in the past, I'd say couple weeks or month.
Yeah.
But definitely like in the past week, very vivid dreams.
Oh, yeah?
Like I haven't had them in a long time.
No.
Like so much to the point where like I wake up and like, I mean, this is fucked up, but like, I've had more dreams about my dad in the past like couple weeks than I ever have.
Oh, that's crazy.
And like, it's not bad or good or indifferent. It's just like, that's weird.
Yeah.
And like, almost every night I'm having like at least two very vivid dreams that I remember for a second, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But if I write them down, then I'll be awake and I'll never go back to sleep.
Right.
Like, it makes me think, was this a dream or not?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. It makes me think that what I was just talking about with the website, was that a dream or not? Or if it's just my life in general, that I'm thinking about so many things at once, that's why I have 3 fucking notebooks and 2 calendars, because I'm always writing shit down. I don't remember if that was real or a dream. But I swear I had some really good ideas for the website.
Well, it's there. It's waiting.
Fuck it. It's in the, what do you call it? Like in the
ether?
Yeah. Fucking zeitgeist. Whatever words people use to sound smart. It's out there.
It's out there.
I knew you were going to do that.
It's out there. It's the juggalorewind.com.
Ideas for that and ideas for other stuff that I just want to start.
It's getting warm. I want to go do our road trip. Not road trip, our out and about. doing some stuff live out of the cellar.
Maybe. I don't want to say maybe season 9 is skipped or like delayed, but there's so much other stuff I want to do. So we'll see. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. You know, they're announcing dates for Cam's Wool, Sue. Start kicking that tire again.
They're announcing dates for the ICP tour.
I did see that. They're coming to Ohio. I'm like, oh, I'll go to that. It's on Danielle's birthday.
I think I did see that. I looked at it and I saw, because I
was like, well, I'm not going to that one.
Now I'm an adult and I put everyone's birthday on my calendar. And I was like, oh, happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah, so definitely not going to the ICP tour.
Fuck that tour. I'm not going to go. I wouldn't go if it was down the street.
Okay.
Don't have to get hot about it.
Yeah, don't get mad at me, pal. I just thought, a warm weather ICP show. That's a rarity. I like leaving the show soaking wet and not cold as fuck.
Yeah.
With a broken nose like young boy Jake.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you got teased by our wrestling nonsense today, talking about fucking, what's his name? Danger Mask.
Danger Mask.
Then maybe you want to hear us talk about more wrestling. If you do, go check out the 20x20 pod or go buy a t-shirt at 20x20 apparel. Then we want to thank Analog for his music and Jesse for his bumper music that we stole. Lil Krampus for her voiceover work. And then if you've missed anything that we've rambled about here, go check any of the bios on social medias, check the website, or check the link tree, which is in the whatchamacallit, whoojamajig.
Interwebs?
Yeah, the show notes or the bios.
Yes.
So that's all of that. I always try to make that tighter and tighter every week, and every week we start rambling more and more. So
it's also late in the night where you start like losing steam and rambling more.
Get
down.
What was I rambling about? Oh, my dreams.
My dreams.
Sorry, that shouldn't have been in that part. I apologize. Anyways,
yeah.
Anything else? Are we? You have anything else for who? Or are we?
No. Hopefully, Michigan is deep in the tournament. And hopefully your favorite poster is deep in the tournament. Both right now.
Deep
this time.
All up in that bitch ass.
All up in that bitch ass. Oh, Dusty Mays all up in Auburn's bitch ass. In the Elite Eight.
Anyways, we gotta go. Okay, that was who. We will see you next week for Killa Over Nothing.
A Ryda ain't ashamed.
All music played in this episode and in this entire season is owned by the respective publishers and copyright holders and is reproduced for review purposes only under fair use.
Don't nobody